today I want to share with you a little education on single drawn versus double drawn, and yes, it does matter. So let's jump right in. Single drawn means that about 50% of the hair in the hair extension is going to be the length that it's labeled. So for example, these two bundles are each 18 inches. Now, the other 50% is going to be some short filler pieces that give you the illusion of the density of that hair extension. Double drawn means that 92% of the hair is going to be the same length from the base to the end of the hair extension. So, from far away, both of these bundles look seemingly the same. They're both labeled 18 inches. They were both labeled as 20 pieces in each bundle and a color number 6. So from far away, not too much of a difference. So let's look at them a little bit closer. So first of all, this is FABULOZ hair extensions, and then this is a competitor brand. So just from far away, you can tell by looking at the ends that there is a difference. There's a difference in, we can see through these ends, and these are pretty solid from base to ends. So the first thing I did was weigh the hair extensions. Our competitive brand weighed in at 32 grams, and then FABULOZ weighed in at 44 grams. So right there, you're seeing that you're getting about 25% more hair with double drawn with FABULOZ hair extensions over your competitive brands that are single drawn. The second way that we can tell if hair extensions are single drawn versus double drawn is the shake test. So I'm gonna take our competitive brand and I'm gonna hold it at about half the length, and I'm just gonna start shaking it. So once we see that, you can see, and you can see it even better up close, that we start getting short filler pieces falling out, and that's with me holding half the length. If I go down to almost all the way to the length, you can see so much of the bundle starts coming out with that shake test. Those are those short filler pieces or those single drawn pieces. So let's look at FABULOZ hair extensions. So I'm gonna hold it at half the length, okay, and do the same shake test. And you can see pretty much nothing comes out there. And then I'll hold it at almost all the way to the length. And yes, we start seeing some shorter pieces come out, but when we tilt it lengthwise, they're all about the length of where I'm holding it. So you're still getting 92% of the hair that's the same length from base to ends. The second way that we can tell if hair extensions are single drawn versus double drawn is the bend test. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come closer to the camera, and I'm holding our competitive brand right at the base and just letting it bend over my fingers. And you can see right there, starting, is where short pieces start popping out. And that's only at about 1/3 of the length of the extension. And then as I start coming down more and more and more, you start seeing more and more of those short pieces popping out. That's your single drawn hair extension. You have short filling pieces throughout the length of the extension. Now, if we look at FABULOZ hair extensions, I'm gonna do the same thing, bend test, okay, so right there at the base, and I'm just gonna keep bending. Still no short filler pieces popping out, still no short pieces popping out. We're going longer and longer and longer, and right there is when you first start seeing short pieces, and that is at about 2 inches from the base, which we do want a slightly finer edge at the very ends because that helps us with blending in the end result of our extensions. So when we have those short filler pieces in our hair extensions, number one, we're gonna need more bundles and we're gonna need more hair to get the look that we want. So it ends up being more of an investment for you and more strain on the natural hair. However, with FABULOZ hair extensions that are double drawn, you're gonna need less bundles and there will be less stress on the natural hair. So I want to thank you guys for joining us for a little bit of FABULOZ education on single drawn versus double drawn hair. Check us out at www.fabulozhair.com to learn more about our FABULOZ hair extensions.